you should be trying to find different, collaboration partners that may not make sense, but that like will have that storyline or that, element of interest behind it. With Noah Wiley and the Emmys and Figs, it was like, how do we, bring in healthcare workers into, the messaging here? For Nike, Maria Sharapova, it's like, oh, how are we bringing luxury and like Nike into that? But then also with, Amanda's topic overall was like, how do we talk to that new generation and their story, the way that they're seeing things and reacting to things? It's not enough to just, continue talking to them in the same way that we used to, with the older, generations. And then through, this, storyline of, Caitlin, like, collaborating with that, food influencer, it's like, they went out on a limb here to like collaborate with a different type of partner, and it ended up being very successful for them and tapped into a new audience that like, maybe wouldn't have paid attention to something else that they would have done. And they found a new and creative way to, highlight the schedule, which is kind of a boring thing if you really think about it, right? But they found a way to like make it interesting.
Yeah. I think I have one overall takeaway, and it's take calculated risks, right? Like with Figs making Noah Wiley's tuxedo, it's a risk, but it's not that risky inherently, right? It's an opportunity to be part of pop culture. And it's also a way, even if they never come out with formal wear for their line of clothing, it's a way to test it, right? It's a lightweight version of R&D. They can feel out if they want to do it again, if there's interest in it. In the case of Nike saying, why do it? It's the risk of how do we continue or really just start that conversation with a younger generation that is questioning things more often than previous generations did. And in the case of the Spurs, right, well, it might be on one hand risky to create content with this influencer who we normally wouldn't have thought of collaborating with, but we found a really unique content opportunity and ended up doing amazing for you all.
Yeah, I feel like know your customer base, like know the fan base, like really understand them and listen to them when they tell you exactly what they want, right? Like with Figs, I mean, people in healthcare all the time are like, hey, these are uncomfortable, like you said, or like, hey, these aren't very form fitting or flattering, but I have to wear these on a 10, 12-hour shift at work. Like, and just like listening to the problem as a brand and providing the solution, even if it's, kind of out of the box, and then being like, okay, what are spaces I'm not currently in, but I can kind of wedge my way in because I kind of I'm a little bit relevant, but I'm not forcing it, right? Like like the suit and Emmys. Well, okay, the show itself is about healthcare workers. Okay, so like this is where we tie in, and then with Nike, it's like, oh yeah, we're listening to this new generation who's like, I actually need a deeper purpose behind why I'm playing sports or why I'm trying these athletic feats. And then with the Spurs being like, okay, who is our traditional, fan base, and how can we bring in somebody who looks slightly different but has something in common with our fan base and kind of like pull them in. So yeah, just know who your customer is, who your fan is, and know what potential markets or demographics you can expand to.
Yeah, I love that.